Hello, Central House families. I wanted to walk you through our virtual back to school night schedule because, well, obviously it's a little bit different since we're not going to be in Rhoton. So I wanted to show you how you can access everything you need prior to back to school night on Wednesday, September 23rd. What you're going to need is your child's schedule. Now, we will be giving your child a back to school night schedule to fill out. Now, to give you an idea of what that looks like, so if you go to if you start here on the Norwalk Public Schools webpage, pretty much this is where everything's going to be. So if you go to schools, Rhoton, unless you already have the Central House webpage bookmarked, which I highly recommend, because that's the best way to get access to all of the homework for your child, regardless of which grade they're in. If you go to houses, once you're on to the Rhoton webpage, click Central House. So here is our website with all of our emails. If you haven't seen this already, it's just loading. Now, if you go under school news and announcements, there is a blank back to school night schedule. Your child will be filling this in during advisory this week. So that all you have to do is have your child pull it up in their Google Classroom Advisory tab, and it's right there. This way they don't have to say they lost the schedule or anything. So if you open up the doc, it'll show the teacher's name and the subject and what time you'll report there. And your child will be filling this in during advisory. So how do you even know what your child's schedule is? Well, this is how you would access it. So if you go back to the Norwalk Public Schools website, Norwalk Public Schools uses something called ClassLink. ClassLink is basically a one-stop shop for all of your child's apps that they use during the day. So if they click for students, right here in the middle, it says ClassLink. Have your child click on it. In case you're not using your child's laptop, which automatically gives them ClassLink as soon as they load the computer up. But some devices are a little bit better than others. So it all depending on what device you want to use for back to school night. You will have your child log in. So I'm having my child log in since she is a 7th grader at Rhoton. So it will bring you to this page. This page is where, like I said, it has all the apps your child can use. You're going to go to PowerSchool to see your child's schedule if, for whatever reason, your child did not fill in that blank schedule we're having them do. Now, the beauty of ClassLink is once you sign in, you don't necessarily have to worry about typing in a million passwords again. It should automatically sign your child right into the app that they clicked. Once you're into the main screen of PowerSchool, over on the left, it says My Schedule. And you're going to be looking at your child's A-day schedule. If it says A through B, that just simply means that your child has that class every single day. Where you see, so this is periods 1 and 2, A through B, which means your child would have, let's just say, math every single day for periods 1 and 2, or block 1. Here, it says 3A. Well, that's period 3, letter A day. 4A, period 4. 5 and 6, that means that they would have every A day for periods 5 and 6, and same thing for 7 and 8. Some people like it more color coded. If you click weekly schedule, it'll have the weekly schedule and where your child will be. That's the easiest way to see your child's schedule. If you go back to ClassLink, this is what you're going to need to actually get to meet your students' teachers. Over here on the left, it says Google Apps. You're going to click Google Classroom. Again, your child shouldn't have to sign in to Google. It should automatically do it for you. I think I signed out, so it should log in. Yeah, it's logging here in. All right, good. Now, this is your child's main Google Classroom page. By now, your child should have accepted all the invites or have all the access codes that they need to all of the specific classes that they're in each and every day. So, how do you actually go about seeing the teachers for open house? So, what's going to happen is, well, let's just say I know my daughter, she's in math for block 1. Up at the top of your child's Google Classroom, underneath the name of the class, once the teacher makes it live, you will see a Google Meet link. And you simply click that, and you're now in the class live with that teacher for that time period. Now, what do you do when you're done? Well, when you're done with this, you're going to go back to classes. And then you click the next class. So let's say I'm going to language arts. So same thing. Well, Mr. Kazmarek has a link here already, but we're not going to language arts right now. So you would simply click on the link, go see your teacher, and then same thing. Once you're done with that Google Meet, you go back to classes. And that's it. That is how virtual back to school night is going to function. If you have any questions regarding your child's schedule, you could reach out to Miss Pratt, as she is your guidance counselor for Central House. And if you have any other questions related to house issues, feel free to reach out to me. But I wanted to at least walk you through the steps on what back to school night is going to look like. So again, watch this, pause it, make sure you understand the steps in the process, because it is a little bit different than we're used to. Thank you, everybody.